Welcome everyone. We're delighted to share our 2025 Outlook report, packed with insights and predictions to help guide strategic planning for the year ahead. With 2025 underway, both consumers and advertisers are taking a measured approach. From a positive perspective, inflation reached its lowest level in Q4 for nearly 3 years, interest rates are declining, and Ireland's economy is set to grow by 4% this year. While consumer sentiment is still below long-term averages, confidence is improving. These positive trends are driving increased ad spend, especially in digital media, which now accounts for 65.5% of total ad spend. The launch of Amazon.ie and other retail media platforms will further fuel this growth. Local content remains a strong influence, with Irish advertisers still dedicating over 80% of their media consumption to homegrown content, whether it's live sports, podcasts, or radio. AI is reshaping the advertising landscape, enabling hyper-personalized campaigns, smarter audience targeting, and optimized real-time bidding. Brands are also adopting to new trends like voice and visual search, using AI-powered technology for sharper, data-driven decision-making. However, privacy and regulatory concerns remain a challenge, requiring a careful balance between innovation and compliance. Overall, 2025 is shaping up to be a year of transformation and opportunities in advertising. We hope this webinar provides valuable insights for your strategy, and we wish you all the best for a successful year ahead.
In 2024, Ireland's total media market grew by 7.7% to 1.59 billion, with online media leading the way, driven by video, social media and digital audio. Cinema and out-of-home advertising saw a strong post-pandemic rebound, and live sports boosted TV revenues. Radio remained consistent, however, print media witnessed another year of steady decline. Looking ahead to 2025, the market is expected to grow by 7.3% to 1.71 billion. Digital and out-of-home media will continue to drive this growth, with offline spend increasing modestly by 1.6%, while digital is forecast to rise by 10.5% to 1.12 billion. One key watch out for 2025 is the absence of major global sporting events like the FIFA Men's World Cup and the Olympics, which typically drive media consumption across the board. The industry is evolving rapidly, and as we move through 2025, advertisers must remain agile, leveraging digital innovation, AI, to stay ahead in a dynamic landscape.
Digital advertising in Ireland continues to surge, growing by 10.8% in 2024 to 1.01 billion, now making up 65% of total ad revenue. Google and Meta still dominate, accounting for 80% of digital ad spend, though TikTok's rise is challenging their growth. Social media remains the fastest growing category, increasing by 21.3% to 502.9 million. Followed by video advertising, which grew by 17.8% to 479.2 million, driven by YouTube, broadcaster VOD, and social VOD. Looking ahead, online ad spend is forecasted to rise by 10.5% in 2025, reaching 1.12 billion, with social media and video expected to lead the growth at 15 and 16.9% respectively. Retail media is a rising force, with Amazon.ie's anticipated launch in early 2025 expected to shake up the landscape. Large retailers like Tesco's dunnhumby, Musgrave, Dunnes Stores and Lidl are already investing in retail media solutions, and global projections suggest this sector could surpass TV ad spending by 2028. Meanwhile, local publishers remain vital to Ireland's digital ecosystem, balancing subscription models with ad revenue while expanding into video and audio advertising. With big tech competition intensifying, industry consolidation may be on the horizon. As we navigate 2025, digital advertising continues to evolve, presenting new opportunities and challenges for brands looking to stay ahead in a rapidly shifting landscape.
2024 was a strong year for TV, with live and scheduled programming thriving, thanks to major sporting events like Paris Olympics, Euro 2024 and the Six Nations. Viewership grew across most demographics, which drove a 3.4% rise in TV revenue to 254.8 million. This year, TV revenue is expected to grow modestly by 1.7% to 259.1 million. However, with fewer major sporting events in the calendar, broadcasters will need to focus on other appointment of view content to sustain engagement. Key sports events this year include the UEFA Women's Euros, the Women's Rugby World Cup, and the British and Irish Lions Tour. Additionally, Sky's expanded Premier League coverage from August will boost live sport viewership. Beyond sports, major programming highlights include The Traitors on RTE, The Last of Us Season 2 on Sky, and Love Island on Virgin Media. Online video saw significant growth in 2024, with revenue rising by 25% to 39.7 million, driven by live sports and hit shows like Love Island All-Stars, The Bake Off and Celebrity Big Brother. Broadcasters are expanding content through platforms like FAST channels and YouTube, pushing the category towards an expected 20% growth to 47.7 million. However, as broadcasters monetize more content on YouTube, they must balance this strategy to avoid drawing viewers away from their own platforms. The upside is greater appeal to younger audiences. YouTube remains on a strong growth path, driven by AI-powered ad solutions like Performance Max and VRC VVC. Advertising spend on YouTube is expected to climb by 25% to 88.5 million. Overall, online video, including social media, is projected to grow by 16.9% to 560.2 million in 2025, reinforcing its dominance in the digital landscape. Short-form video remains a dominant force in social media, with YouTube Shorts and Instagram Reels continuing to grow in popularity. As uncertainty surrounds TikTok, its December 2024 launch of the TikTok Shop could significantly impact e-commerce, challenging platforms like Amazon. With both TikTok Shop and Amazon.ie launching locally, competition among online sellers will be one to watch. Ad-supported streaming remains uncertain in Ireland. Netflix is unlikely to introduce this model soon, while Amazon Prime may bring ads following the Amazon.ie entry. However, this service will still lag behind the UK, where Amazon holds key sports rights. Disney Plus is yet to announce an Irish launch for its ad-supported tier, despite strong global uptake. The cinema industry continues to slowly recover post-pandemic. Overall, admissions grew by 1% in 2024, but a strong Q4 saw 21% growth, driven by blockbusters like Gladiator 2, Wicked and Moana 2. For 2025, major releases like Avatar 3, Jurassic World Dominion and Captain America are expected to fuel further growth. In Ireland, cinema ad spend rose by 20% to 5.5 million and is forecast to grow another 8.2% to 5.9 million in 2025.
2024 was a positive year for the audio industry, with radio revenue in Ireland rising 1.4% to 157 million, while digital audio surged 14% to 17.9 million. Live radio remains dominant, accounting for 76% of audio listening in an average day. Younger audiences lean more towards digital platforms. For 15 to 24s, music streaming represents 31.3% of listening, with YouTube Music at 11.8% and live radio at 46.2%. Despite the growing popularity of digital audio, including music streaming and podcasts, digital audio still accounts for just 10% of total audio revenue. Podcasts are having an increasingly cultural impact, whether that is in elections or popular culture. This will prompt advertisers to reassess their investment in this space. Digital audio competition will increase in this market with the launch of RTE's new audio app, offering live radio, podcasts and personalised features. Meanwhile, video podcasting is on the rise, blurring the lines between audio and video content. In Ireland, radio is set to grow by 1.7% to 159.6 million, while digital audio is forecasted to jump 12.3% to 20.1 million this year. As digital audio continues to evolve, brands must adapt to changing listener habits and explore new opportunities in this growing space. In 2024, online news became the dominant source of news in Ireland, surpassing TV, radio and print, and marking a major shift towards digital news. This trend is driving a need for a digital-first approach. Print advertising spend reflected this change, dropping by 10.9% to 68.3 million, but is not all decline. There is a notable shift in consumer behaviour, particularly among younger audiences. In fact, 26% of 18 to 24-year-olds are now paying for news content, a significant increase from the previous year. Whilst the way we consume news is evolving, there is still a strong appetite for news content. Referral traffic for Facebook and X has seen a sharp decline, globally down 67% and 50% respectively, as these platforms deprioritize news content. At the same time, Google's AI-driven search changes are reducing publisher visibility, adding further pressure on ad revenues. With these trends set to continue into 2025, publishers must explore new strategies beyond big tech platforms. AI's expanding role in news delivery raises concerns over fair usage, content control, and compensation. Without clear regulations, AI-driven platforms could significantly disrupt publisher revenues. Print media revenue in Ireland is expected to decline by 9.5% to 61.86 million. Digital news revenue grew by 4.8% in 2024 to 30.4 million and is forecasted to rise 3.9% to 31.6 million in 2025. As the landscape evolves, publishers must diversify revenue streams and adapt to digital-first strategies to sustain growth. Out-of-home advertising is evolving, driven by data insights, digital innovation, and sustainability efforts. As a high-impact, one-to-many platform, it remains a powerful way for brands to engage audiences in the real world. In Ireland, the out-of-home market grew by 15% in 2024, reaching 93.3 million, surpassing pre-COVID revenue levels. Retail was the top sector, increasing to 14% of total spend, while media brands boosted their investment in the medium by 33%. Digital out-of-home maintains a steady 40% market share, with research confirming that campaigns combining classic and digital out-of-home are the most effective. There will be growth in retail out-of-home, with more brands embracing home-to-store strategies, using out-of-home to drive both in-store and online sales. Improved measurement, with the Outdoor Media Association's new JNOR update, will enhance audience insights, incorporating digital out-of-home, refreshed travel data, and dynamic demographics, helping brands better target consumers. 2024 was a record-breaking year for public transport usage, with strong growth in journeys across the transport network, as well as an increase in car journeys in Dublin, boosting the out-of-home audience. Out-of-home investment is set to rise by 8.9% in 2025, reaching 101.6 million.
So that's the end of today's webinar. Everything we've discussed is available to download on our site, onecore.ie. Just to summarise the key points. The Irish advertising market is expected to grow by 7.3% to €1.7 billion in 2025. Digital and out-of-home media will continue to drive this growth, with offline media spending increasing modestly by 1.6%, while digital is forecasted to grow by 10.5%. Digital or online advertising now accounts for 65% of all ad spend in Ireland and will grow by 10.5% this year. Social media and video will be key drivers within digital, with anticipated rises of 15% and 16.9% respectively. I hope you enjoyed today's webinar.